Peace, love, and light, collective. Welcome back to Cusp of Roses for your full moon energy chakra reading. I hope that this live finds you in the highest vibration possible. Thank you guys so much for all of your love and support that you show here on my channel. Let me see. Is this out? Hold on one second. I'm trying to get my... Oh, everything's situated. Had a lot going on just now. But again, hope that this energy is hitting you well. If you are tuned in to a similar frequency as me, your dreams might be quite vivid under this energy, and or a bit prolific, or just very, very detailed, very, very even cryptic for some of you. Like the details are cryptic. So if you're having those types of dreams, don't worry. You are not alone. Okay. But try to spend some time meditating on those messages, on those symbols, on the words spoken, on what's going on in those dreams, and see what messages the divine may have for you, okay? It feels like it's super important to kind of spend some time decoding that energy. But we're going to go ahead and check in with our chakra system here as a collective. All right, go ahead and take some time to get yourself grounded and centered for this reading. You can do, again, affirmations, intentions, prayers, meditations, even a moment of silence if that's what you need. Go ahead and get started on what feels right for you, and I will do the same. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Holy Spirit, Ascended Ancestors, and all divine angels, thank you so much for being here with me and with my collective tribe here on YouTube for this full moon in Aquarius and Pisces energy reading. We thank you so much for being here with us and providing clear guidance for the collective. Thank you for allowing me to be a clear channel for that guidance and clearing my energy so that I may reach those that need to hear these messages. Thank you so much for showing us what chakra energies are important to focus on under this full moon energy, what's being activated, healed, balanced, or what needs a little love and attention for the collective. Thank you so much, Divine. What chakra energies need attention, love, care, are being balanced? What are we healing through? What do we need to know in regards to the collective energy under this full moon? For our ascension and healing, Divine, thank you so much. What energy is important to be aware of for this collective under this full moon in Aquarius and Pisces for our overall healing, growth, ascension. Divine, thank you so much. And so it is. All right, collective, let's get into this. Okay. What's most important for this collective to know under this full moon energy? Yeah, dissipating, okay? You have solar plexus chakra energy. For anyone new here watching this reading, I do have a quick reference guide to the chakras in my description box, so you might want to check that out if you get a little lost in what I'm talking about. Definitely do your own research here, but the solar plexus, this is an energy of really needing to focus on things that maybe you've put on the back burner, collective, things that maybe you maybe once wished for, once hoped for, once desired. It feels like that energy is coming back up, okay? And it just feels like there's a need to take action on something. Like rather than just sitting and watching and kind of letting the moment pass you by, it's like seizing an opportunity, seizing a moment, seizing something, stepping into some sort of action energy here, okay? Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more. What other energies are here for the collective under this full moon? Yeah, you got perseverance, orange energy, right? Sacral chakra, this is your second chakra, okay? The one right below your solar plexus, your third chakra. Okay, but this just talks about really coming out of a very tumultuous time, a very dark time, really releasing the past, collective, and that is a process. So if you hear me talk a lot about that on my channel, it truly is, it's a it's a journey, right? It's not like one day you wake up and everything is gone and everything is like fallen from you, right? It takes work to kind of heal through that energy if you're really doing the healing work, right? If you're not stuffing it down, you're not avoiding feeling what you need to feel, then it's going to take time. But some of you are really persevering at this moment. You've endured a lot, right? And it feels like you're now coming into that energy of, for some of you, no longer holding yourself back. Others of you, it's this vibration where the divine had to kind of take you on a detour almost, or take you down some sort of path, some sort of road, right? You could even maybe equate it to like a valley, right? And it's like now you're starting to climb up out of that valley, out of that road, or get back on your path for some of you. And it's like whatever this situation was, whatever this time, whatever this phase in your life, it was meant to strengthen you, strengthen your emotional body. Our sacral chakra is our emotional center, right? It's where our desires are, right? Show you, again, your worth. It's where your self-worth lies, your self-value, okay? Some of you really went through a lot when it comes to your sacral chakra, okay? That it just felt like it held you back, like it was almost a blockage. But under this full moon, it's that blockage might be dissipating here, right? Dissolving, withering away. Yeah, that's actually a really beautiful energy to persevere through a lot of emotional turmoil, a lot of trauma, you could say, right? To the point where it's like, okay, I'm no longer letting, right? I'm no longer letting this, whatever this kind of rattered and tattered cape, identity, cloak, cloth, right? Can represent a lot, collective ideas, perspectives, situations, environments, whatever that was, right? It was definitely holding you back, collective, but I feel like you're ready to let it go and come out anew, almost like debut a new vibration, debut a new kind of like internal perspective that really helps you see things a little differently here. Yeah. Let's pull one more energy and then we'll clarify. Thank you so much, Divine. Ooh. What other energies are here or available to this collective under this full moon? Yeah. Throat chakra, impatience. Impatience. So again, these are kind of conflicting energies a little bit, but we'll dig into that. Let me put these over here. With impatience, right? This is in your throat chakra. This is really stepping into a more like a King of Swords type of energy. Like moving from speaking too quickly, that Knight of Swords vibe, right? Communicating things before truly knowing what you're saying or truly understanding what you're saying. It's like there's a little bit of impatience. There's like this need to kind of express here, but it's almost like you want to be careful here, collective. So again, I've gotten that. I think that was in the Aquarius general reading where it's like be very careful with your words and be mindful of how you're using words, how you're speaking, how you're communicating. Okay, especially with Mercury retrograde actually happening towards the end of this week. That's going to be very, very important, okay? But why I said these were conflicting, because this is kind of sitting and watching something pass you by. This is wanting to move before it's ready. Okay? So for some of you, this waiting, this kind of watching, this observing, this like not taking action was intentional, because I think you had to emotionally overcome some things, right? Heal through some things before you can actually be ready to align with something here, collective. Yeah, let's dig a little deeper. Okay, we're using a new tarot deck here. I still haven't found another chakra tarot. that I really connect with since I retired that other deck. But this is the Crow Tarot. I was super called. I've been called to get this deck for a while, so I finally just did it. But let's take a look into these energies. Thank you so much, Divine. So, chakras that are going to be important under this energy and maybe even over the next 2 weeks, collective. Your sacral chakra, your second chakra, okay? Your solar plexus chakra, your third. Here, let me hold them up. So, your sacral chakra, okay? Your solar plexus chakra, yellow energy, and your throat chakra. Super, super important, okay? Perseverance. Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me what this collective needs to know about the sacral chakra. Yeah, the Six of Swords. Beautiful, right? So you're moving out of a really tumultuous, emotional time, collective. And what I mean by that is where things were very foggy, very dark, really having to do your shadow work. It just feels like a phase of that work is coming to an end, right? So you've balanced your energy enough, you've integrated enough to be able to align with your next path here, okay? Tell me more about this Six of Swords. Yeah, Three of Cups. So it's definitely a time to celebrate. I love that. Don't hold your back. Yeah, ooh, they're pulling me into these black feathers here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see that there? When you see black feathers, I have 2 right here, right? That I found on my path when I was walking my pup, right? When you see black feathers, it's a sign that the divine is protecting you as you're going through some sort of initiation, as you are being contrasted or contested by some sort of energy. It really is a sign of initiation. It's a sign of protection during that phase of initiation. So definitely under this full moon, it just feels like it's bringing in more energy around completing that initiation, right? Supporting you and finally moving forward, right? Into an energy that you can definitely celebrate, be proud of, share with others. So where maybe you were maybe hermited, collective, it's like it's slowly but surely you're blooming out of that shell, okay? And starting to kind of enjoy life again, get back to being in that mode of feeling abundant, right? Because even when you're in that shadow energy and you're doing that work, it can feel like you aren't abundant, right? Or that things aren't working out. It can really take you to some dark places, okay? But some of you have really faced what you needed to face. That's the only way that this boat can come and get you. That's the only way that you can move forward, is by accepting what is accepting where you are, accepting that you have to face that energy, okay? But a lot of you are going to be celebrating it soon, okay? Or feeling very accomplished is the word that they're giving me, okay? Feeling very accomplished. Tell me more about this Three of Cups for perseverance, okay? Yeah, Four of Cups, so moving right on up, okay? Moving right on up. Tell me more about this Four of Cups in connection to perseverance in the sacral chakra. Yeah. Okay. Collective. It almost feels like some of you want to be mindful of trapping yourself or being trapped somehow here. Okay. Because it's like as soon as you break free from that shadow, soon as you finally get to that place of balance, that place of peace, that place of, okay, things are happening, things are okay, you're starting to be a little bit more optimistic, starting to enjoy yourself a little bit more, right? With the Three of Cups. It's like here comes that shadow to be like, are you sure we're done with this? Right? It's almost like a test right as soon as you get out of the tunnel. Okay? But some of you, this is exactly where you're moving away from. Okay? You're moving out of that fear. You're moving out of that anxiety. You're moving out of those illusions. Okay? That kept you stuck and stagnant, I feel like, for a while here. Okay? Some of you, it was like the fear of the unknown. Like some of you might be in a moment or in a time or in a phase right now where things are just kind of up in the air. That's another thing with the Six of Swords. Yes, you're moving out of the storm, but you don't know where you're landing yet. And for some of you, what you've been holding back on is just celebrating being out of the storm, because it's like, well, what if that shadow's right around the corner, right? The moment I allow myself to kind of enjoy it, the moment I kind of let go a little bit, everything goes wrong. But that's a mindset though. So don't tell yourself that narrative, collective. Be very, very careful with the narratives that you tell yourself or what you allow yourself to attach to mentally, okay? Some of you are just breaking free from those chains. But it's like as soon as you do, for some of you, there's going to be another test. Others of you, there's just a need to be mindful of, how could I say that? It's like there's a need to be mindful of the balance that's coming in because of overcoming this fear, this shadow, this illusion here with the devil energy. Like some of you really can celebrate and enjoy yourself, and then more is to come. It's like it starts to pick up for you. You start to gain a little bit more strength. Some of you, this has to do with emotional strength, overcoming some really dark times here, okay? Or facing some dark shadows from the past that might be coming up, collective. And that could be it too, being tested by the shadow, right? To see if you've really moved on past overindulging. For some of you, this could be overindulging in an energy, to see if you're really done with it. Take it how it resonates, okay? This is a general reading, okay? But all right, let's look into, let me move this over here. This solar plexus energy. Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more about the solar plexus. Yeah, the Tower. Some of you are realizing that overindulging in an energy has maybe almost put you in a position to miss out on something, to miss out on an opportunity. Okay, with this Tower energy, this is an awakening. This is a realization. This is something that happens quickly. Again, whatever I said, it's like some sort of blockage for some of you. Okay, that's really crumbling down. So where maybe you felt like you couldn't move forward, you couldn't take action on something, you had no choice, you were obligated, you were tied to something. That was the illusion. That was the devil energy trying to trick you out of actually completing something. Okay? And I feel like under this full moon, a lot of you will realize what that blockage was. For some of you, it was yourself. Others of you, it's a mindset. Others of you, it could be a person. Take it how it resonates, okay? Tell me more about this Tower for the solar plexus. For this full moon energy, Divine. Thank you. Judgment, right. Exactly. Judgment. I really want to say that's Pluto right there. So Scorpio energy. But that, again, there's some action happening in Scorpio. I know Venus is transiting Scorpio. I'm not sure what else is going on with the 8th house or Scorpio energy. But it just feels like the divine finally saying, okay, you've waited long enough. Like, where some of you are just really held back or just hesitating. Again, it's like the divine is calling for this Tower to come in. Okay? Right? It's like that call from that crow is bringing in that lightning to crash this Tower down. Because for some of you, it's like the divine just doesn't want to see you in that energy anymore. And again, some of you are maybe overindulging in that emotional energy. And that's okay. We all do it. It's totally human, normal, and natural. Okay? But it feels like it's time to get moving. It's time to let that go, let that crumble, let it completely be finished. Okay? But it's almost like this devil energy is trying to get you to keep focusing on it. Keep getting triggered by it. So every time you're in the clear, here comes that shadow to say, are you sure? Are you sure you're out there? Are you sure you don't want, it just, collective, stay strong in that. whatever this is that this devil energy is tempting you with, it's definitely, you deserve more than that, collective. Mind you, you're just at the 3 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. There's so many more cups to gain, right? Again, don't let that shadow play you out of taking action on moving forward, on letting something crumble, letting something come to an end, allowing judgment to happen, okay? Confirmation from my puppers. Yeah, 4 of Wands. Some of you, this is a union, a marriage, a business, a job, okay? Some sort of contract. It's coming to an end. And again, for some of you, this is could just be a karmic cycle, right? Where you had to learn how to fight through that shadow, how to integrate that shadow, how to persevere through some hard times, okay? And not lose hope. That's beautiful. Yeah, with the 4 of Cups. Not lose hope, not lose faith on what you're worth and what you deserve. Because even if you think about it, it's like, see these 3 crows here with these 3 cups? It's like by the time this 4th crow comes over here, those 3 cups are emptied, right? They've all been used, drank out of, no longer usable. So it's like, rather than being upset, it's trusting that the divine has a special cup filled for you. And that's something that this devil energy was trying to trick you out of not seeing, not believing, not having hope for. But some of you definitely held on. So kudos and congratulations on that, because it does feel like that's shifting a lot for you. This is major, major shifts here, collective, with the Tower and Judgment. Yeah. Some of you, and this might only resonate for a few, some of you are waiting on some sort of commitment. Someone to make good on their word. Someone said that they would do something and they didn't. Some of you holding on to this feeling. For some of you, this 4 of Wands is like a feeling. It's like, oh, for some of you, it's trying to take people along with you that can't go with you. 4 of Wands, holding on to those contracts, right? Not wanting to let them go, not wanting them to dissipate, not wanting those bonds, those connections to fall apart. But that's only holding you back here, collective. Hold on, let's look a little deeper. Tell me more about this 4 of Wands for the solar plexus. This could also be like a union or a contract or it's coming together that was desired. Something that you want, but that the divine is breaking apart here. Yeah, Knight of Wands. This is going to happen. It's going to be intense for some of you. Some of you, this is like the realization that you have been held back or are holding yourself back in hopes for something that the divine, that's just not destined to happen. And I'm sorry to put it kind of so dry like that, but with the Tower and Judgment, it's like, yeah, for some of you, this is, for some of you, it's a connection. Others of you, it could just be a job, right? Take it how it resonates. This could even just be energy that you're giving to a certain situation, hoping that it'll be reciprocal, it'll complete, it'll fulfill you in some way, balance you out. It's like something like that. It's like the divine is calling judgment and crashing down that tower. Others of you, though, whatever this delayed action is, whatever you've been holding yourself back or the devil's been trying to keep you back from, that shadow energy, it's like as soon as this tower crumbles and that crow sings, it's like full force ahead. Some of you know exactly where you want this 4 of Wands or who you want this 4 of Wands with or what this opportunity is that you want to seize, that you want to take action on. And I just feel like for a lot of you, the divine is crumbling down within you or around you or whatever's connected to you that's keeping you from taking this action to making this Four of Wands happen, to participating, because that's also the energy of the Four of Wands, right? But yeah, for some of you, this shadow energy had you so focused on your emotions and caught up in your emotional energy, 3 of Cups, 4 of Cups, that you were neglecting to take action when opportunities were arising because of that emotional block. Like sometimes those contracts, right? Energy blockages, when you feel like you can't move or you feel stuck, that's a blockage in your solar plexus. So again, the divine's coming in to call judgment on whatever this situation is in order for you to move forward. Knight of Wands, intensely, quickly, right? With fire in your eyes, with like, it's like tunnel vision forward. Nothing is stopping that Knight of Wands from moving, right? They blaze a trail of fire. And that's some of you, that's like exactly what you need to do to move out and away from this energy. But that's becoming clearer under this full moon, okay? Let's look at impatience in the throat chakra. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. Some of you, this definitely could be business, right? Maybe the divine has been wanting you to take a particular contract or make a contract or take a business offer or create a business offer or go forward in building your own business, something like that. Take it how it resonates, okay? But with this Queen of Pentacles, it's like there's an element of things take time, right? I feel like that's been that's kind of a constant theme of spiritual growth, right? You plant the seed, but you don't get the fruit the same day. You got to water the seed. You got to tend to the soil. You got to feed it. You got to fertilize it. You have to prune the weeds, right? And then it happens when it needs to. So for some of you, it's almost, yeah, for some of you, it's almost like you were waiting on something externally to happen to give you the green light to take action on something or to make some sort of commitment or to offer some sort of commitment here. It's like you were waiting on an external clue or cue or message or something like that, but it was actually something happening internally, if that makes sense. Tell me more about this Queen of Pentacles for the throat chakra. Yeah, the Lover. Some of you, this is definitely a connection or a relationship. Some of you, you're in this Queen of Pentacles energy under this full moon. Maybe feeling a little impatient about some sort of love connection, love relationship, choice or option happening. Again, it's like watching someone let an opportunity pass them by, or maybe you letting an opportunity pass you by, collective. Maybe when it comes to love or when it comes to choosing your own happiness, because it doesn't always have to be about romance. It can be platonic, right? It could be about anything. It's a choice. That's what the Lovers presents, right? Gemini energy. It's a choice between two. Okay? Tell me more about the Lovers and the Queen of Pentacles for the throat chakra. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Choosing your own happiness, the 9 of Cups. And then you got the 3 of Wands. Waiting, anticipating, staying optimistic. That could be what you persevered through, right? Some of you, the whole shadow and illusion was, it doesn't get any better than what you've already had, right? What you truly want and what you truly desire, it's not really out there, or everyone else is taken, or everything else is, it's like that type of, it's not really available to you. It's kind of what the shadow is trying to trick you into believing, collective. So that's maybe why you were sitting back and not taking action, like, oh, that's not meant for, oh, you know. But that tower, that idea, that illusion, right? Crumbling. The divine said, okay, enough. There's actually Definitely something meant for you, saved for you, destined for you, in the clouds, something the divine has. Take it how it resonates. Some of you, this is definitely a relationship, okay? So with this dissipating, it's like it's worth the wait. It was worth the wait. It will be worth the wait wherever you are in this journey, okay? Because again, the Queen of Pentacles will always choose her happiness. She knows her worth, okay? She knows her worth. She, he, take it how it resonates. It's not necessarily about gender. But the Three of Wands is about waiting in optimism. It's trusting that the ships are coming in. Okay? Trusting that the divine has your back. The divine is making good on their promise. Some of you, that's the Judgment. The divine promised you union. The divine promised you some sort of foundation energy. Okay? But they had to get you to realize that for some of you, you weren't in alignment with it. The Tower. Right? Because this only happens when you need to rebuild something better. Okay? Some of you, the divine is giving you that motivation, that energy, that fire, right? A renewed energy in your solar plexus to actually be open and available to shift for this Four of Wands. Okay? So patience is required, throat chakra. Okay? Patience is required, but it's definitely going to happen. Whatever this happiness, this Nine of Cups is for you, collective. You had to know your worth. You had to know what was in each of these cups. You see how abundant that looks? You got your apples, you got your fruits, your grapes, right? It's like some of you had to have a clear definition around what actually made you happy. What you're actually worth in order for this connection, for this opportunity, for this union, this contract to actually activate, right? So for some of you, it's coming in. This new moon, or I keep on saying new moon, so maybe the next new moon, this might actually show up in your reality, but under this full moon, it feels like the full moon's bringing the Tower moment. Yeah? Alrighty, collective. This has been our full moon chakra energy reading. I hope you found it helpful and insightful. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sorry, hold on. This is your last. If you don't stop practicing, I will send the Lord's angels, spiritual and fancy against all your devils by yourself. Okay, yeah, I don't practice witchcraft, so okay. Yeah, okay. Anyway, collective, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that this reading served you well, okay? For those of you that are persevering through some really tough emotions right now, sending you a lot of courage, a lot of love, a lot of strength to get through that, because there's definitely a lot that is on the other end of that struggle, okay? All right, and there's definitely happiness available. You just have to keep your faith, okay? Three of Wands. Keep your faith that it's coming in. Try not to get impatient with the divine, okay? Alrighty. I will see you all in our next one. Namaste.